Hello and welcome to Jazz Piano Daily number 142. Today I'm going to show you part 7 of how easy it is to play from Fakebooks. Today we're going to be shifting over to playing chords in our right hand and bass line in the left hand. All right, so why would you do that? Because when playing from Fakebooks or playing standards, you're not always going to want to be playing the melody. Sometimes you're going to want to accompany yourself while singing. Sometimes you're going to want to accompany someone else while they're singing or another instrumentalist. So if I just play this, let me just show you what I'm doing. I'm playing the bass line that we've already done in the previous part, and now I'm adding in my rootless chords in the right hand. Let me play it and we'll break it down. So if I were to sing this, which I'm not a singer, but angel eyes, ba-da-do-ba, I don't know the lyrics, ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, right? So I could be singing over this or humming over it or whatever, right? But the point is, I could be playing that bass line in these chords while I'm singing or someone else is singing or like maybe a saxophone player is playing the melody, whatever. All right, so we've already talked about these rootless chords before, so you can go back into previous JPD lessons. Once we get to the G7, I'll show you where you can get that one. All right, so let's just go through each of these chords just real quickly. We're starting with C minor 7, just plain old rootless chord. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to play them so you can see them, so you can get them. I've explained all of this previously. D7, one thing I want to note here is notice I'm not putting in the 13. Why? Because sometimes my hands are kind of big and it gets a little bit too crowded there. So sometimes I might just play 3rd, 7th, and then my 9th in there and not put in the 13th. I could also do flat 13, makes it a little bit easier. But the point is that you don't have to always play all 4 notes of the rootless chord. Sometimes you can do those 3-note rootless chords and it's absolutely fine. And then the D flat 7, and then C minor, A flat 7, then back to C minor, A minor 7 flat 5. You notice on the minor 7 flat 5, you could add in the 9 or flat 9. Some players like the 9, like the flat 9. It's really up to you, but a lot of times the best rootless voicing is to leave the 9 out altogether. So it's just the root, the 3rd, the flat 5, and the 7th. Minor 7 flat 5 here on D, all right, notice what I did is I put in my 11th in there. So really, there's no 3rd in this chord, and that's absolutely fine. You don't have to have the 3rd in there. Or what you could also do is crush that 3rd with the thumb, right? Feels a little bit weird, but that's a real good technique to get used to, is crushing these 2 notes with the thumb. In fact, you know what? I'm even going to write that one in for you, just so you have that full voicing there. All right, so on the G7, it's an augmented chord. It's what it's listed in the, in the lead sheet, right? So you can do an augmented like that. I like changing a lot of these dominant chords into altered chords, especially when I'm working in a minor tune like this. It's kind of like a minor bluesy sound. That 5 chord sounds great as an altered chord. And we talk about those altered chords right here in Jazz Piano Daily number 81, right? You'll also notice that I left the chord symbol as is, all right? I left it as G plus 7, which means G augmented 7th, or another way of looking at it is a G7 chord with a sharp 5. The reason I left it like that is that when I make a decision to change the chord to an altered chord, it's not like I got to go in my music and change it. I just do that on the fly, right? So I leave it in here just so you can kind of see like, oh, all right, that's the chord. It still has the sharp 5 in there, but I also have the sharp 9 in there as well. That's what creates that altered sound. You could also look at this as flat 13 with sharp 9, okay? And then back to C minor 7. And then here, I came up to the D7, just so I could get all the notes in there and show you that. So you could do the D flat with the 13th in there, but I wanted to show you how you could also kind of do this with the 5 in there, and it kind of gets a nice sound. So don't think that you always have to like play all of these tensions in the rootless chords. Sometimes putting in, you can see here, you got 7, 9, 3, 5, right? So I got the 9 in there, but not as much tension with that 13th. A7, you notice again that this is an altered chord, right? 7, 3rd, sharp 9, flat 13. And then finally finishing this out, A flat 7. I played this just as a regular. I didn't do it as an altered because I'm going to do the altered on the G. So I just played that as a regular A flat 7 chord. And then there's my altered on the G. Notice it just says G7, right? But I know that I'm going to play it as an altered. Now, something I'm going to show you in a upcoming lesson is I'm going to show you how to make these chords pop a little bit more with your rhythm. Right now, I just want you to get down these chords because we're going to use these same voicings, and we're going to get more of a sound of like this. So you can hear how when I'm playing it like that, the chords pop a little bit more because there's more rhythm going on, and I'm doing some things a little bit different to the rhythm, which I will explain to you in an upcoming lesson. Right? So just watch for that lesson. All right, so anyway, try going through, try playing the bass line, get those rootless chords in the right hand, get that nice and solid and strong. I'll see you in the next lesson. To get the first 45 pages of music for free, just go back to jazzpianodaily.com. If you liked the video, please be sure to click the like button and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. To watch the rest of the lessons in this series, just click on the playlist to the right of this arrow. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.